You ready to go? All right, I'm gonna get out of the way and let these guys get it started.
Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else other men do. Get out of here, get me some money to love. You sitting down wondering what it's all about. If it ain't got no money, they'll put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, give me some money to love. Now if you had been there 20 years ago, you wouldn't be wandering now from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money to love. Won't you do right like some other men do? Why don't you do right like some other men do?
Dan Flores, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, now, friends, let me tell you about this cat that I once met. Smooth talker with an export cigarette. I don't believe a song without a cocktail in his hand. And no one's making sound to the big bad voodoo band. Now he strolls through the city like a big old alley cat, with his pinstripe suit and a big bad voodoo. I don't believe a song without a kid in his hand. And no one's making sound to the big bad voodoo band. Hey, Mr. Pinstripe Suit. Hey, Mr. Howdy, howdy, oh. Well, I know you've got the answers. We all wanna know is Mr. Rinkin Suit. Hey, Mr. Always on the go. Well, I know you've got the answers. We all wanna know.
next one is going to be our last one. Thank you very much for having us out today. Come to San Dimas, by the way, on May 31st for SD Rocks. You won't regret it.